Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you all so much for being here. Just a heads up that I will be on vacation starting tomorrow until Thursday next week. So in my place we'll have Richard and Annika covering our pre-market updates, so you'll still get all of that great information. So make sure you stop by and show them some love. Now, of course, this morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and the morning's biggest gainers and losers. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that you're subscribed to the channel as well. Now, let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are currently well into the green as investors have been hit with a wave of optimism that there could be an end to the Ukraine and Russian conflict. This comes as Ukraine President Zelensky said that Ukraine would not join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, which was a big condition of Putin's. Currently, the Dow futures are up 1.45%, S&P 500 futures up 1.59%, and NASDAQ futures up 1.99%. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are rallying on the expectations of an executive order from President Biden that could help support the development of digital assets. In a no longer available statement from Secretary Yellen, the statement said President Biden's historic executive order calls for a coordinated and comprehensive approach to digital asset policy. Bitcoin is currently up nearly 9%. McDonald's, Starbucks, and Coca-Cola are some of the latest companies to join the corporate exodus from Russia. McDonald's has stopped operating its outlets at 850 locations. Russia and Ukraine account for 9% of the company's annual revenues. Seattle-based coffee shop SBUX has suspended all operations in Russia, which include cafes run by a licensee and shipment of products. Additionally, beverage company Coca-Cola has halted the sale of their products in Russia. Ukraine and Russia accounted for around 1 to 2% of Coca-Cola's operating revenues last year. Apple has inked a strategic streaming deal with Major League Baseball. Apple TV Plus subscribers will soon gain access to marquee games as part of the Friday Night Baseball. The games will be available exclusively on Apple TV Plus as soon as the regular season starts. The Apple stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of over 22%. Oilfield service giant Schlumberger has launched an end-to-end emission solutions business. It will be dedicated to reducing the methane and routine flare emissions from oil and gas operations. These emissions are responsible for 60% of the greenhouse gas emissions from the industry. The new business will provide operators with a solution for measuring, monitoring, reporting, and ultimately eliminating methane and routine flare emissions. Schlumberger is rated a strong buy by analysts, but with recent growth in their stock price targets have already been exceeded and it currently has an average downside just over 2%. Following yesterday's news, Google has agreed to acquire cybersecurity firm Mandiant in a deal worth $5.4 billion. Per the terms of the deal, Google will pay $23 for each share of Mandiant. Mandiant's strategic security advisory and incident response services, combined with Google Cloud's cloud-native security offerings, will aid enterprises globally to stay protected at all levels. Google Cloud's existing strengths in security will be complemented by the acquisition of Mandiant, which will enhance offerings with greater capabilities and deliver expertise and intelligence at a larger scale to customers. The Google stock is rated a strong buy with an average upside of 37%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. In the pre-market this morning, we'll be hearing from Zim Integrated Shipping, Thor Industries, Oatly, and Campbell Soup. And in the after hours, we'll be hearing from CrowdStrike and Asana. Last night, we heard from online dating app Bumble. Their share jumped despite posting worse than expected results. It seems that solid year-over-year growth in revenues, total paying users, and average revenue per paying user, along with impressive projections for 2022, seem to have lifted investors' sentiments. Bumble's loss in the quarter increased to 8 cents per share from a loss of 1 cent per share in a year-ago period. The revenue stood at $208.2 million, below the consensus estimates of $209.6 million. However, the top line did increase over 25% from the year-ago quarter. The stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 146%. We also heard from Dick's Sporting Goods, who reported better than expected results for their fourth quarter. They reported quarterly net sales of $3.35 billion, up over 7% from the same quarter last year, and surpassing the analyst estimates of $3.3 billion. Their earnings per share for the quarter stood at $3.64, up 50% year over year, and comfortably outpacing the street's estimates of $3.43. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 45%. Now let's see which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Squarespace. Their stock took a dive on Monday following their earnings report, but has swiftly recovered. Under the ticker SQSP, the stock is currently up over 23%. They're followed by Bumble under the ticker BMBL. Their stock is up nearly 22% following their earnings. And the Oatly Group, whose earnings report came out while we were chatting and did come in ahead of analyst expectations. Under the ticker OTLY, the stock is up over 11%. Our biggest losers are led by Cricket Incorporated following their quarterly earnings report. Under the ticker CRCT, the stock is down 31%. They're followed by Vermilion Energy under the ticker VET. Their stock is down over 4%, cooling off from big gains previously this week. And also pulling back after some big growth is Harmony Gold Mining under the ticker HMY. They're down 4.6%. So that is going to be everything for Wednesday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments down below. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. And don't forget to check out the newly launched TipRanks TV as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Like I said, I'll be back next Thursday, and I'll see you back here next time.